Welcome to Miss Young Tutors. Today's session is focusing on multiplying multi-digit numbers up to 4 digits by a 2-digit whole number using the formal written method of long multiplication. We'll also look at short multiplication because there are the two options you could use and both of them would get you the answer. We'll go through these questions and then answer some SAT-style questions to aid your revision. All of these questions you will find in your arithmetic paper. But you might find them also in your reasoning papers, but they just might be written out in a problem instead of just as the digits. So let's take a look. So our first three questions are just simple 2-digit by a 1-digit multiplication. Let's warm ourselves up so we're ready to answer the more trickier questions. You might be able to do some of these in your head, and that's absolutely fine, but sometimes when you're working out your long multiplication, they can be 2-mark questions in the arithmetic, so it's always best to show some working out, even if it's just jotting down your times tables or showing a little bit of working to show that how you got your answer. So let's start with number 1, 72 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 7 is 14. So 72 times 2 is 144. We haven't had to carry anything. It's a nice simple multiplication. Next one, 31 times 8. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So we've got our answer, 248. Next question, 73 times 4. So 3 times 4, I'm going to just draw an extra line under here so I can put anything that I need to carry over underneath that line so it doesn't get confusing. So 4 times 3 is 12, and I'm trying to line up everything so it's place value. 4 times 7 is 28, plus the 1, 29. So we've got 292. Let's move on to the next questions. Here we've got 3-digit numbers. We're multiplying them by a 1-digit number. So again, we're just warming ourselves up, keeping it nice and simple. I apologise if some of the formatting is incorrect, so it doesn't show them in the correct place value, but we'll make sure we work it out the same way. So 8 times 7 is 56. So I'm going to write this down in each section as we go. Now we're timesing by 10. So 8, so we need to have our place value 0. So 8 times 5 is 40. But obviously we're doing 8 times 50, which would be 400. Now we're timesing 8 by 200, so we need 2 placeholder zeros. 8 times 2 is 16. And there we've got 1,600 is 8 times 200. So 6 plus 0 is 6, 5 plus 0 is 5, 4 plus 6 is 10, carry the 1 over, 1 plus 1 is 2. So our answer is 2056. Next question, 790 times 8. So I'm going to do this in the short version instead of the long multiplication to show you both ways. So 8 times 0 is 0. 9 times 8 is 72. So we put our 2 there and carry our 7. 8 times 7 is 56. Plus the 7 is 63. So our answer is 6,320. And finally, 965 times 3. So you could do it in either method. I'm going to do it in the short method again. So 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 6 is 18, plus the 1 is 19. 3 times 9 is 27, plus the 1, 28. So our answer is 2,895. Let's move on to the last 3 questions. Here we've got 3-digit numbers and we're multiplying all of them by 2-digit numbers. So we'll work our way up to some of the trickiest questions you could have. Obviously, depending on the times tables you have to use could make them trickier or easier. So let's have a look at the first one. 435 times 72. And I'm going to write this out in the long method to help you see the difference. So 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3, but we're doing 2 times 30, so we need our place value 0. So 2 times 3 is 6. We're timesing now by 100, in our hundreds, so we need 2 placeholder zeros. 2 times 4 is 8. Now we need to move on, and remember we're timesing this by 70 each time. So we need our first placeholder 0. 7 times 5, 35. We're now timesing by 2 lots of 10, so make sure we've got 2 zeros. 7 times 3 is 21. And now we're timesing by 3 lots of zeros. 7 times 4 is 28. And we now need to add all of these up. So 0, 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 5 is 12. Make sure we're bringing that 1 with us as we go. 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 1 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 2 plus 1 is 3. So our answer is 31,320. We now can do this in the short method, but we still need 2 lines of working out because we need to show 325 times 4 and then 325 times 50. So 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 2 is 10. 4 times 3 is 12, plus the 1 is 13. Now put in our placeholder 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 2 is 10, plus the 2 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15, plus the 1 is 16. And we're now going to add them all up together, and remember to cross through those so we know that we don't need to add them. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 3 plus 2 is 5. 1 plus 6 is 7. 1 plus 0 is 1. So it would be 17,550. And now, whichever method works for you, if you're more of a visual learner, this method might work better for you because you are setting out each individual answer, so there's no room for mistake. But if you know your maths quite quickly, you're a fast mathematician, this one would work best for you because you are able to save time with not writing everything out in detail. But remember, you must show your workings for these questions because in your arithmetic, these most likely would be a 2-mark question. Last and final question, 804 times 47. I'm going to use the long multiplication method so that you can have another go at that one. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 0 is 0, so I'm going to just ignore that line. Now we're timesing by hundreds, so we need 2 digits. 7 times 8 is 56. Now we need to put in our placeholder 0. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 0 is 0. We're now timesing by 100 by a 10, so we need 3 zeros. 4 times 8 is 32. I'm going to add them all up. 8, 8, 7, 7, 3. So our answer is 37,788. Thank you for watching Miss Young Tutors. I hope you now understand how to multiply multi-digit numbers up to 4 digits by a 2-digit whole number using the formal written method of long or short multiplication a little bit more. If this video has helped you, please like, subscribe and even leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you for watching.